What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Star Wars BLIP podcast. As you know, I got a haircut. Ooh. So yeah, let's get into the discussion. This episode is going to be kind of a twofer. We're going to go over episode 4 and 5 of Andor. So yeah, let's jump in to the thoughts of episode 4 of Andor. It was a great episode. I thought it was well executed. Even though it was a filler episode, it wasn't tedious to watch. You know, sometimes when these shows have filler episodes, they tend to be tedious to watch. They tend to be like, okay, just get right to the action. Come on. But they really did a good job of building the characters in episode 4. They really did a great job of, fleshing out the characters, which I'm great with. And a lot of Star Wars podcasts are saying it's more of a slow burn, which is cool. I think that's awesome. Take your time. You got to make sure you get it right. So let's jump into the breakdown. The episode opens up with Luthien changing character to a consignment store owner. As you can see in the episode, he basically puts on a wig and it looks great. The wig looks amazing. He turns into a consignment store owner on Coruscant. He also hires Andor for the mission to steal the money from the Empire. So on Aldhani, there is a team of rebels who is going to steal the payroll from the Empire. Andor's name becomes Clem, and Luthien and Clem land on Aldhani, and Andor, also known as Clem, meets the team leader. He joins the resistance to steal the Empire's payroll from the Empire. The team that lives in the hills of Aldhani don't trust Clem, as he is a newcomer. Frankly, no one in the team trusts each other. It's kind of a shaky team. Nobody really trusts each other. It's very standoffish, which is not the best if you want to steal from the Empire. You got to learn to work as a team. We meet the different characters of the team on Aldhani, and they explain the plan to extract the payroll. So what they're going to do is they're going to steal the payroll and basically break out of the refinement center that the payroll is hidden in on a speeder, and their cover is going to be a meteor shower on Aldhani that happens every 3 years. So that's their cover to get out of the clutches of the Empire when they're trying to escape. The cover is going to be the meteor shower, and the Empire is going to be totally confused. So we'll have to see how that works out. So that's episode 4. Episode 4 was really good. Let's jump into episode 5. Like I said, this is kind of a twofer. We're going to go over episode 4 and also episode 5. Episode 5 I thought was really, really good. I thought it was better than 4, but not as good as 3. 3 is still the best one in my opinion. This episode opens up with the Empire security trying to find the rebellion with patterns in their rebel attacks. The Morlana Security 1 leader goes home to his mom, and his mom slaps him in the face, and then he goes into his mom's house and is basically devastated. Everything got stripped away from him when he got dusted by Andor, and he's just broken. So he goes to his mom's house and seeks his mom's counsel. The majority of the episode 5, focuses on Aldhani as we see the progression of the plan, as the team is getting ready, making final adjustments to spring the attack on the Empire, stealing the payroll from the Empire. Clem, also known as Andor, talks with Skeen, one of the team's leaders. He's the tall, skinny guy with short hair, kind of like mine. Clem talks to Skeen, and he notices that Skeen has been to several prisons across the galaxy. So Andor explains he himself was in juvenile when he was a teenager, and we'll have to figure that out. How does Andor go from being on that jungle planet with all of his, all the kid jungle planet from the mining disaster to where he is today? We'll have to see. I also want to see Andor with K2SO. I want to see that. I just want to see him with K2SO. I think that would be so cool. Continuing with the breakdown. A TIE fighter flies over the team as they start to head to the Empire's refinement center. So this is really cool because the TIE fighter strikes fear into our hearts. We feel nervous. We fear the TIE Fighter. We are afraid of the TIE Fighter in this episode because it's so loud, it's so aggressive, and it just comes over the hill. And it's almost like a jump scare. It just comes like, it's like, oh, it's scary. It crests the ridge and it comes over the hill. We're not expecting it. And this huge flying machine is just flying over us. And it's shocking. It's really shocking. So we haven't really had that in Star Wars yet. We've always seen TIE fighters from a distance, but we haven't seen one super close up and like surprise us, which I thought was really, really cool. So while the team is practicing marching like Imperial officers, Andor, also known as Clem, notices that the team is holding the blasters wrong and that they need to change their grip on the guns. They're not unified. One team player has their guns to the left and the other one has them to the right, so they're off balance. Andor explains that they need to be holding the guns in the same way. So this signifies that Andor's much more than a mercenary. He knows a thing or two about the galaxy, even more than the Aldhani team. While on the way, in the foothills of Aldhani, the great mountainous planet, Skeen puts a knife to Andor's throat on the way to the Empire Refinement Center and steals Andor's Sky Kyber crystal that Luthien gave him as a down payment. Now, Sky Kyber we have not seen in thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Sky Kyber was a really, really rare Kyber crystal. It's not like blue, it's a little brighter than blue. As we see in Obi-Wan and Anakin's lightsaber, it's blue, but when we look at the Sky Kyber crystal, it's a little brighter and it's a little more intense. So we haven't seen, and it's one of the most rare blades of Kyber, rare shards of Kyber ever to be obtained. It's really rare and it's so expensive. Skeen says that it's worth 30,000 something rathers. It's worth a lot of money. And the team wonders why Andor is holding this Kyber crystal while on a stealing job. Like, while on a robbering job. They're wondering why. So, Skeen steals Andor's Sky Kyber crystal that Luthien gave him as a down payment. Andor explained that he is actually a paid mercenary, and the team wonders why the leader has not told them before. So, we see in Episode 5 the advancement of the plan to steal from the Empire, and I cannot wait for Episode 6. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to steal from the Empire yet. And I also want to see Sly Moore. We know that Sly Moore is in the show, and that Sly Moore has a direct contact to Palpatine. We know that. So, yeah, that's really cool. So, yeah, the episode closes as Mon Mothma and Luthien are doubting the validity of the team for the mission. They're wondering if they made a mistake hiring Andor. They're wondering if it's even going to work. So, yeah, that's basically it for 4 and 5. Comment below your thoughts if you need. Like, comment, subscribe, share. That's basically it, guys.